Bonjour friends, welcome to our channel Apprenons Le Français. I thank you for liking the content of my previous videos, and today we are back with an important lesson, and that is about how do we tell the time. Okay, so for asking the time, what time is it? If you remember, we have done this question in our lesson regarding the basic conversation in French. So how do we ask the time? We say quelle heure est-il? Quelle heure est-il? Because heure is feminine, so that is why we use this Q-U-E-double-L-E. So this means what time is it? You can also say in the another way you can ask the time, and it would be il est quelle heure? This is good thing about French, because if you change it, that becomes it is what time. So il est quelle heure you can use this way as well. So it is one and the same thing. But now we come to the answer. How do we say what time is it? Okay, so the answer would be il est une heure. Il est une heure. Here it becomes a liaison, so it becomes il est une heure if it is 1 hour. If it is 1 hour, that means 1 a.m. okay, or 1 p.m. You'll say il est une heure. Then if it is 2 hours, okay, if it is 2 hours, this is for writing the hour, we have this abbreviation H in French, not as in English we write HR, it is simply H. So for 2 hours we will write il est 2 heures. Again there is a liaison here, so il est 2 heures. Do you see here? Here I have not made this plural, I have not used S because it was only 1 hour. Now because it is 2 hours, okay, so we use il est 2 heures. Then if we come next, this is 2 hours and 5 minutes. Okay, that means 5 minutes past 2 in English. How do we say this in French? It becomes il est 2h05, 2:10. That means 10 minutes past 2 is il est 2h10. Then 15 minutes past 2. We have two ways of saying this. The first is simple, that is 2 hours and 15 minutes. So for 15 we have the word quinze, so it becomes il est 2h15. And the another way of saying is it is 2:15. As in English we have two ways, similarly in French also we have these two ways. So we say il est 2h15, il est 2h15. This is quarter, that means it is 2 hours and quarter, that means 2:15. Okay, so for 2:20 or 20 minutes past 2, we say il est 2h20, il est 2h20. Then for 2:25, again we move 5 minutes ahead. It becomes il est 2h25, il est 2h25. Then we come to 2:30, okay, that is 2:30 in English. Okay, 2:30, that becomes il est 2h30, il est 2h30. And this was simple, it is 2 hours and 30 minutes. Now we don't write the minutes, so it is just 2 hours 30. And then 2:30, we have another way of saying this, and that is il est 2h30. Demi, if you as we say, demigod, it means half god. Demi is the word also we use in English. So demi is half. So it is il est 2h30, il est 2h30. So this is up to 2:30. Okay, we proceed further, and now the time is 2:35. That means 35 minutes past 2. So how do we say that? We say il est 2h35. Il est 2h35. Now we come to 2:40, and here we can use two ways. Either we can say it is 40 past 2, or we can say it is 20 minutes left to 3. So same as in English, we will say this in French, and this is il est 2h40. 40 is 40. Okay, so you have to follow the lessons related to the counting as well, because you must know, for telling the time, you must know the counting here. So 40 is 40, so this becomes il est 2h40. And the other way is, it is 3 hours less 20 minutes. So it becomes il est 3h moins 20. Il est 3h moins 20. So that means it is 3 hours, and moins means less. So it is 3 hours less 20 minutes, obviously. Then for 2:45, okay, or 45 minutes past 2, we have 3 ways of saying this. The first is il est 2h45. Simple. It is 2 hours and 45 minutes. Then the next is il est 2h3. That means it is 2 hours 3/4. Here I have put an S here because this is for 3. Okay, 3/4. 15, 15 and 15. Okay, so 1/4 is 15 minutes. So 45 is 3/4. So il est 2h3. Then il est 3h moins le quart. That means it is 3 hours less quarter. That means less 15 minutes. So we can say il est 3h moins le quart. Here you have to pay attention. Here you have to use le quart. Okay. You can also say il est 3h moins 15. Now here is 2:50. That means 50 minutes past 2. So for this we have, I think by the time you would be familiar now. If you know 50, it is easy to make 2:50. 50 is 50. So it is il est 2h50. And then there is again another way of saying this, as we used in the above. That is, it is 10 minutes left to 3. So we will say il est 3h moins 10. It is 3 hours less 10. Then 2:55 or 55 minutes past 2. Again, simple. It is il est 2h55. Or you can say il est 3h moins 5. It is 3 hours less 5 minutes. And again, then it will be 3 o'clock. So for 3 o'clock, here you can use il est 3h. You can say il est 3h. Il est 3h. So this was simple, I think so. Okay, now as we have learned how to tell the time, there are a few important things I would like to mention. And that is, in public announcements, when we make the public announcements, you would have heard on the railway stations or when you go to catch a flight. In the public announcements there, we commonly use 24-hour clock. So for 24-hour clock, as it is 3 hours in the afternoon, you will be saying 15 hours, okay? So after 12 o'clock in the afternoon, it again starts to 13 hours, 14 hours and 15 hours. So it is 15 hours, so you will say il est 15 heures. And then if it is 23 hours 30, that means 11:30 of the night. So it will be il est 23h30. And then in our normal conversation, we use 12-hour clock. So for 12-hour clock, how would we know whether it is the 8 o'clock of the morning or 8 o'clock of the evening or 8 o'clock at night? So for that, distinction, we say il est 8h du matin. Matin is morning. So it is il est 8h du matin. That means it is 8 hours of the morning. And similarly, il est 8 heures du soir. That means it is 8 o'clock of the evening. Okay. And then of the afternoon also, you may have some times like 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. For that, you will use, for example, here I have written for 2 p.m. It is il est 2 heures de l'après-midi. Après-midi, après is after, midi is midday. So afternoon. So il est 2 heures de l'après-midi. Then the word we have, as we have started the time here, what we learnt is this a, et, which means and. This word is used with car when we used to say quarter, or the half. Half is the me. So this is used with car and the me. Okay. And then to express the time before the hour, okay, we used moins. Moins was less. Okay, and then there are these two timings. This is 12 p.m. that means of the afternoon. 12 a.m. it starts at night. So 12 p.m. it would be il est midi. Midi is midday. So noon. So it is noon time in English, and in French it is il est midi. Then for 12 a.m. it is il est minuit. Minuit. That means midnight. So it is midnight in English, and in French it is il est minuit. So I hope you get the lesson, and again I would mention that for learning the practice is a master. So I would like to add an exercise in the description, and I would request you people to kindly do that exercise and send it for checking if you wish in the comment box. So see you again with the next lesson. Au revoir. Keep practicing.